countryside has stood as a beauty of the old realm for many, many years. However, dark forces look to infest this beautiful countryside, and dark powers get their grips into the land. I have decided to set off from my homestead to rid these lands of this filth and remove the evil powers that look to corrupt these lands. So I will go from Bretonnian Peasant to Legendary Knight. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the start of this brand new mini-series. If you haven't been around on the channel before and you're kind of curious about what this is, these are going to be self-involved episodes where we basically go from zero to hero in a short amount of time. Each episode is going to be completely self-contained, so don't worry if you miss an episode or you're just jumping in at any point. You can watch these all individually. They're each going to have their own tasks and goals we're going to be looking to complete. And of course, if you guys are enjoying this, please do make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. If this does well, I will 100% do more with the other classes and races of the Old Realms mod. So we are playing a wonderful Knight of Bretonnia, a chivalrous soldier, and that is represented with this little resource down here. The chivalry resource is super important for Bretonnia and the Grail Knight career system that we're playing, because this will not only make our wages much cheaper as we progress through it. The less chivalrous we are, the more expensive our wages are, but also we're going to need that chivalry to actually upgrade to the more elite soldiers, such as the legendary fabled Bretonnian Grail Knight, the questing knight with that big old two-handed weapon, and of course the legendary knights of the Lion-Hearted. However, there are going to be plenty of ways to get it, and as we progress through our very own career system here of ridding Bretonnia of the filth of Mousillon and the Order of the Blood Dragons, we'll be utilizing our knightly charge ability. This is specific to our race and to our class that we picked at the beginning of the game. We'll be able to buff this up as well through these other questing positions right here, the Knights Errant, the questing knight, and then of course finally the Grail Knight. Each one of these tiers will give us some pretty nice bonuses. For example, the enhanced horse combat starts off by just making us better on horseback. The errantry war, again over on this left hand side, is a little bit more about the melee attack of our soldiers, improving my hit points, which is always nice, stops us from getting one shot. And then as we progress down these lines, we'll get more and more incredible bonuses, and also the final boost in each of these categories does also improve our knightly charge over on this left hand side, making it just that beautiful bit better. So we'll start off with the extra 10 melee damage right there, and then we will progress off. So as we're starting out, our main focus in this will be to not only recruit a bunch of very, very good knights. For Bretonnians have some amazing units to recruit from right off the bat from their castles. As you guys can see, we can immediately get the Bretonnian nobles and start making our way down, and I believe all the units besides the Knights Errant require chivalry to actually upgrade them. So again, we're going to be able to muster our army of a lot of Knights Errant before even having to actually spend prestige, which is actually really good. However, these guys are not cheap, so we're only going to maybe grab 3 or 4 of them to begin with. That's basically all our money right away. And then we're going to be looking for tournaments. Tournaments are going to be, of course, a very chivalrous way of playing the game, but that does give us a lot of that resource and also gives us lots of money in the early game. So we're going to be scouting the beautiful countryside of Bretonnia, looking for a tournament or two to kick us off. And then finally, before we really get started in here, one of the best shrines in the early game for Bretonnia to pray at is the Grove of the Lady. This buff will go and give us chivalry every single day, 15 chivalry every single day. So we're going to want to basically make sure that we have this buff up and running at all times. Beautiful stuff. So we found our first tournament here, and as I mentioned, so right now we have 25 chivalry due to our buff from the lady. So let's get stuck into this tournament. We are going to bet everything we have on it, because if we lose it, we're in a lot of trouble anyway. We need the black cart as well. That'd be a great weapon to sell. So for the most part, Bretonnian tournaments are relatively easy. When you start coming up against more of the elite knights, they become a lot scarier. The problem is the AI loves to block at the last second, so you end up just doing this over and over again. However, if you can get some good couch lances down on the enemy, you can really bring them down. It's just all about timing. And if you dismount, then you also get into a lot of trouble. Like, this guy is going to be hard. However, when we kill him, we have a pretty easy way to the final. So again, we can't dismount to fight this guy. We have to hit him on the battlefield like that. Unfortunately, though, the couch was just a little bit too slow. That's fine. We can even try and just like pick him off like that. But yeah, if we dismount against this guy, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Here will be a good opportunity. Oh, come on. I just hit above his head. Here will be a good couch. Boom. Nice. Okay, that was huge. That was really big. We leveled up as well, which is nice. So now we're just fighting a yeoman. This is fine. If we dismount him, I can beat him 1v1. It's just on the ground when they're in elite armor, it is near impossible to kill them. Okay, so here we go into the final. As I said, we need to make sure that we take this guy down on horseback. I'm going to probably just go, until we get a bit of momentum. We're just going to play kind of safe. And then we're going to set up the couch wherever we can. Boom, that's huge, man. Winning our first tournament. I mean, there was no other option. We had to win this tournament. But that's 3 renowned. That's a black heart, which will sell for like a couple grand, which will just help us out in the early game. 200 gold from our bets as well. A chivalrous man always bets on himself. But look at that. We gained 50 chivalry just from that one tournament. Absolutely huge. Okay, so I sold that weapon. We're gonna get to ourselves 2 grand. I've upgraded myself a nice little shield on my back and a little bit of armor. So now we can actually go out and recruit a couple soldiers and then start hunting down the downtrodden of Bretonia. We'll kill the thieves, we'll kill any poachers and anyone else who looks to cause us issues. So some of the great things as well again about the Bretonian army is it's just very, very elite, for at least in their cavalry, and it's all just cavalry. So if you micromanage the cavalry like I'm about to do, you can just do some serious damage to the enemy line. So we are gonna stick down this lance, and basically we're just gonna rip through these guys with the cavalry supporting us, and they're just not gonna stand a chance because then the cavalry comes through, and as long as we micromanage this cavalry, there's literally like nothing we can do, nothing the enemy can do. We just basically set ourselves up again, and then we charge in, we put down that lance again, and as they try and stop us, I mean, we do take some hits, but that's fine. As long as we go for more of the edge, it's fine. And then now that we're wounded, we can just send the boys in, and they'll just basically do their thing. I can maybe just again go for the edges so that we can clear out that guy, hit him down with our horse. The cavalry will come in, hit them, and it's just a rinse and repeat. And this is only with like some of the worst cavalry Bretonia has. When we start getting heavier knights, which do more damage on the charge, that have stronger lances that will just break even the most heaviest of infantry, it gets pretty ridiculous. Oh yeah, and we also have our knightly charge ability. So when I pop this for 6 seconds, we are going to basically just do more damage. We can keep our lance couched as well, which is big. So if we're lucky, we can basically just rip through multiple people with this couch lance, doing like 400 damage a pop. It also means as well that we're going to level up very, very quickly, because we can take battles that necessarily you wouldn't be able to take with a foot army, because we can take our battles where we're completely outnumbered and just whittle them down because we are as strong as we are. Okay, so we have been grinding away. I am very close to being the next clan tier, and that will obviously allow us to be a mercenary if we want to get involved in bigger battles. We've also been leveling up our career system. We are almost at the errantry war, which is going to give us extra 10% physical damage. However, I kind of prefer this one, it being charged. However, I really like the early bonuses. The extra HP is super nice. But to get us over to that next tier, there is actually a tournament here. So there's another tournament that we're going to fight in that should hopefully bring us to clan rank 1, giving us access to 40 soldiers then. So we'll have a pretty nice army of knights. But most importantly, it's also going to give us access to some more money, which is going to be really good. And just like that, we managed to take that one down. That was actually pretty quickly. So we gained the renowned, I think, enough to take us over. The hook javelins will be sold. We are kind of desperate for money. Because we are not chivalrous quite yet, we are getting a big boost to our cost. You can see it was at 75%. Now the chivalry is down to 271. So now it's only 50% wages instead of 75%. So definitely a long way to go, but this extra money is always going to come in pretty clutch. Oh, look at this. Our first interaction with the Chaos Cultists. So after we become clan rank 1, there's one thing I definitely want to do. We also have some battle pilgrims in our army as well, which look pretty cool. These guys have huge shields, maces. They're ready to get themselves stuck in. But basically our goal going forward is going to be, as our knights rip them apart, is going to clear some hideouts. Hideouts will give us access to higher tier soldiers, which won't mean that we have to upgrade using chivalry, which is a great little hack to obtain very high tier soldiers earlier on in the game. Because yeah, as you guys can see right here, if I wanted to upgrade to a Bretonian Knight of the Realm, this guy is going to cost me 50 of my chivalry, and we barely have any to begin with. So we are going to just, avoid them, keep them at that tier for now until we build up enough so we're not having to pay for wages and other annoying things. So let's put this plan into action. We need to find an area that is densely packed with castles like this one right here, and then we need to try and find ourselves a hideout, because by clearing these hideouts we are going to obtain relationships with all the surrounding areas, and then that in turn gives us access to the higher tier soldiers that will inevitably be, stuff like the Grail Knights and other pretty powerful units. So one of the really cool things about the Old Realms is they do also have all these cool custom hideouts scattered throughout the mods. This one we're currently going into has all these like broken down towers and camps and stuff. We need to make our way in, but I think our knight errants and the battle pilgrims will be more than enough to clear these out. These unsuspecting peasants don't really know what's about to hit them. Okay, well now here we go. We've cleared out the base of the camp, and now we're gonna take on the leader. And I guess it is only very chivalrous of us to 1v1 this dude in this little like place right here. Look at all of his bandits watching this. Well, are you not entertained? Who else wants some? So not only do we gain a bunch of chivalry by doing that, we also gain a ton of loot, and as I said, most importantly, this right here, increasing your relations with nearby notables. So for example, if I come here, I don't think I didn't quite reach these guys, but you'll be able to see that I'd be able to actually just straight up recruit the tier 4 soldiers rather than the tier 2s. Okay, this will be a good one. So we've actually found ourselves a chaos hideout right here, and it's right by this castle. So in theory, if we clear this one out, these notables should get some good bonuses. I mean, already they're offering us that, but like if we just get one tip, we get Knights of the Realm here. Knights of the Realm are basically up there with questing knights. These guys have insane stats, and their armor and their weapons are great. So this is definitely the way to succeed. We're going to recruit these guys anyway, and then we're going to go clear this chaos hideout. Of course, we have to duke it out with their leader. There's no way we can just let him sit around, even though he does have a huge weapon there. If that hits us once, we are done for. Luckily though, he's not going to hit us once. We are going to bring him down. Well done, boys. We did a good job. Okay, so we have kind of been grinding off camera. We're coming along quite nicely, clearing out camps and doing other things. Our army is also looking really good as we do just level up once more, which is always nice. So we'll make sure we take the appropriate perks and continue on our quest, leveling up our faith and other abilities. Of course, progressing down this route, we are getting very close to the questing knight tier, which is going to be great. We're almost clan rank 2. But yeah, our money is still a bit of an issue. However, I have a way to solve that, and that is by hunting down the beastmen. We can take on a fairly larger stack. I think I could probably take on about a 60-70 man stack. I don't think I can take on their biggest stacks quite yet. We need a little bit more of an upgrade. But yeah, by killing these guys, by hunting down these beastmen, it's going to give us access to some of the better loot in the game. Also, look how incredible our army looks, by the way. It's pretty insane already how nice our knights look as we are charging our way towards the enemy, charging our way towards battle with the castle behind us as well, and that just looks so good. Beastmen do offer a bit more of a more unique challenge. They have a lot more missiles in their ranks. They have a lot more spearmen and other scarier units, but for the most part, they shouldn't really hurt us too much. We also need to try our best to invest into some better armor because we are still really vulnerable to arrow fire and other hits. Also, I just can't get over how beautiful this map looks as well. Holy. Okay, yeah, we made a real quick work of that, getting some good stats and some decent renown. So I think now we look to take on the larger beastman squadrons. So this is always definitely very chivalrous, coming to the aid of a Bretonnian village being raided by beastmen. So these beast herds are going to be a little bit harder now. They're going to have higher tier ongors and other scarier units. They also, I don't think this squadron has minotaurs, but the next one up will. So again, we'll have to keep that in our ideas. But I think I'm just going to literally F1, F3, the glorious Bretonnian knightly chivalrous tactics of F1, F3 can never fail us. But yeah, oh, these guys do have minotaurs. Yeah, so all of a sudden, this becomes a lot scarier of a battle. Luckily, we can still just hit through a lot of them. But yeah, them minotaurs are going to be a problem. The archers are going to be a problem. So taking them out now is going to be good. I'm going to knightly charge and then come down and just try and smash a minotaur. I did 400 damage to him with knightly charge and it still didn't kill him. So that just goes to show how strong the minotaurs actually are. Let's put down our blade once again. We're on the hunt for the minotaurs, but yeah, they're going to start swinging against our battle pilgrims now. So again, I'm going to try and just come in here. Oh, nice. I actually hit into a minotaur and killed him, which is good. Let's come after one of these archers and go boom. Again, the battle pilgrims are very much replaceable. As long as my knights don't go down, I'm not too worried. But yeah, if we can slay ourselves a minotaur or two, that'd be great. So yeah, a few more casualties, but also getting relationships with the lords here as well is never a bad idea. Some good upgrades as well. We got 16 polearm from hitting the minotaurs. Again, it's the more damage you do. We can take all of these guys prisoner. I can upgrade the rest of these guys and look at that as well. Yeah, we are now very, very close to the noteworthy chivalry level where we won't then be paying any extra wages for our knight. Oh man, if only we had more money. We found a traveling merchant here and they have so much good equipment for us. Like this helmet would be beautiful. This questing knight armor would be incredible. There's just no way we have enough. Even, I mean, you never know. Maybe we'll be able to afford one of these bits actually. I think we might be able to afford one of these pieces. Probably, yeah, probably just the helmet, because the armor is a little bit too expensive, right? If we just get that. Oh no, he buys our sword for a lot. Okay, I'm selling this men-at-arms sword for sure. And then we still have a little bit of money that we should try and spend in gear. Okay, big upgrades. Well, we'll buy all the armor and stuff. Okay, perfect. Well, look at that. Well, we've now just got ourselves some very good armor, which I'm super happy with. Our riding stats have also gone up, so we'll take the party speed. Our trade is up as well. Nice. We'll take that boost. The bonuses here are never a bad idea. Our pole arm will take a clean thrust for sure. Tactics going up is always good, getting towards our horde leader. And then finally, for our point here, we'll continue to level up our riding. But you know what that means? Because we did level that up, we also get another career point. So now all knightly troops gain a bonus in one-handed skill, which is kind of actually really useful when we're raiding the bandit hideouts and other things. However, I think now we do need to go off and probably try and recruit a couple more extra knights, but then I think we look for the much larger bands of beastmen. Lest we forget, we do need to, of course, keep up praying to the lady. She does also give us some good battle pilgrims as well, which is nice to fill out our roster. But yeah, cool. With that, let's go down to the south. I think there's a Braystone there's a Braystone definitely down here, so I think we'll head there first. It's also so nice playing Bretonia because your soldiers are just so good. You can literally attack a hideout, press F1, F3, let your boys clear it out, then you duel the bandit leader, and then you just get so many bonuses. It's definitely a great way of farming chivalry. Right, okay, here we go. These are the type of stacks I'm looking for. The 96. That's a lot. That is a lot, but it's going to provide us with basically all the money we're going to need. My poor 17 battle pilgrims. Good luck, boys. I wish you the best of luck. We're also going to apply ourselves as well, something I haven't even been doing. It doesn't really give major bonuses, but still good nonetheless. And as you guys can see, our cavalry force is looking pretty gnarly so far. Yeah, we're doing pretty good so far, I think. All right, here they come. So let's send off the infantry, let's send off the cavalry, and we are just going to collide into them. The missiles already clinging in, shooting. So we're going to come up here, and I think I'm just going to try and pick off a few of the missiles. Of course, the Minotaurs are going to be a big issue, so I'm going to try and wrap back around if I can. I think the missiles are still super annoying. The infantry are now heading into them, which is great. They're going to kind of keep the enemy busy. Let's see if we can knightly charge. So a knightly charge, stick down our lance, and then just start ripping through. We managed to get 2 of them there. Not bad, not bad. As I mentioned, not really expecting our infantry to be alive by the end of this battle, but as long as our cavalry is, I don't mind too much. We can also micromanage. Again, I think we got the Minotaurs on the ropes. You can see they've got bigger ungors here as well. But yeah, I think we don't need to micromanage this one too much. And just like that, we have cleared them out, getting some good stats for ourselves. Almost 100 polearm, which is beautiful. We did unfortunately lose a lot of our battle pilgrims, but none of our cavalry even went down. Okay, yeah, we're starting to get crazy. And just like that, we are now clan rank 2. Our chivalry is up, so we are now noteworthy. So now we get, only 10% extra wages on our knights. And we're getting very close to the top tier, which I think is pure-hearted. If we wanted to, we could spend all of that right now and upgrade all of our knights to the Knights of the Realm, which is a big upgrade, like a really big upgrade from these guys to 120 to 180. So with us being clan rank 2, we have now unlocked the next tier. So on the right hand side, this is all about wages. This is all about your cavalry just being as best as it can. One of the best abilities in the game is your party movement speed is increased by 2. That's actually insane. We'll be able to zip around and take any battle we want and avoid any battle we want. So I think that's an absolute must. Getting towards the top where the cooldown is also reduced by 30 seconds is massive. It basically means that your knightly charge will be charged at the beginning of a battle because of this enhanced horse combat, and then it will only take 20 seconds or so to recharge every single time. So you're constantly coming in, basically every single 1 or 2 rotations that'll be coming into play. And to be fair, the other bonuses aren't too bad either. Over on Monster Slayer, this is all about just doing extra damage, more armor piercing, so focusing down the elite Minotaurs and other big heavy targets like Demigryphs. This would be good against. And then finally we have our questing Val right here. Again, this is more about kind of survivability, giving physical resistance to your knights is very good. Very, very good indeed. And also for every knight companion you gain chivalry per day, that's almost a must. I think for now, though, we are going to focus down this route right now. Getting the extra wages reduced is also going to be good because money is still our biggest issue. And then we might go down that physical resistance path. Not only does being clan rank 2 mean that we can now join another faction, whether it is as a mercenary or Knights of the Realm, beautiful stuff. It does also mean we can have up to 86 soldiers now. That's 86 heavy Bretonnian knights charging towards whatever the hell they want to, causing mayhem, ruckus, and just, yeah, being an absolute menace on the battlefield. Also, of course, always, though, we have to come back to our shrine. We have to pray. Giving us more battle pilgrims is always nice. Okay, so let's see. Who is Mousillon at war with? It seems like they've been absolutely smashed already. They're currently at war with the Duke of Baston, so I think we will join up with them as a mercenary for now and see if we can start getting some jewels with the enemy lords. Okay, for the right sum, wow, we're gonna make, okay, this is where we need to make our money then. He's gonna pay us 920 gold to fight for them. That is perfect. So as long as the coin flows, so will my blade. Also, here is the amazing looking Bretonnian keep right here. Very, very nice stuff going all the way up there as well. Okay, here we go. Let's take our army then into the depths of the enemy. Mousillon are causing us issues. We need to be a bit careful though. They do have some scary armies and we do only have 84 men, but I am looking for one of their lords to fight it out with, see if I can pounce on them and try and bring them down like that. That is the perfect army for us to chase and kill. I mean, this guy looks incredible, but we will bring him to heel. We will show him that his filth is not welcome here in Bretonnia. Okay, boys, so our shields and our colors have changed for now. However, we are still the honorable knights. Our infantry lay claim. They're basically actually barely any infantry for them. We'll bring our infantry up. The cavalry will follow me, boys. I have actually also accidentally used my knightly charge already, but we will ignore that. Our armor does look pretty cool now as well. Let's go forward, boys. Through the swamps. This is not good terrain for us, but this is Mousillon right here. I will try and bring our cavalry to the west and then strike from the south. Okay, here we go. We are going to make our way in. The lance is going to go down. I'm not sure if I'd rather go for the missiles or for anything else. The archers are going to be hammering us. I'm going to stick down my knightly charge and we are going to go boom and then immediately get struck. No, 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 keep me alive, keep me alive. No, I went down. The cavalry should still be able to win the day though, because again, it looks like they've got a lot of recruits in their army. Yeah, a lot of recruits actually. Some okay soldiers, but I guess they've just been at war for so long. And that's one of the things in this newest patch, which definitely the AI does struggle to have more elite-ish armies. Generally, one side has an elite army and the other ones don't. However, that Black Grail Knight is going to definitely be a problem. There we go. Victory is ours, not thanks to me. Even though I did manage to get a little bit of pole arm right there. The renown and the influence is being incredible. And remember, all this influence, each individual influence is worth 900 gold. So we just made about 10 grand there. Also, of course, we have this guy as our prisoner, which I don't know if we let go. I think we let go for now just to gain that juicy skill points in charm. However, going forward, we probably will look to keep it. Again, upgrade the rest of our Bretonnian nobles and then the loot as well. And maybe it is a bit heretical, but, you know, having some big old booties on our legs will definitely keep us alive and healthy. The rest of the loot, though, we can definitely take and sell. Oh, well, well, we have definitely come a long way. The war against Mousillon has begun, and I feel like we have set ourselves up perfectly for the oncoming slaughter as we march on Castle Mousillon, looking to rid them from these lands. The legend of our gracious Bretonnian noble will continue. As I mentioned, the legend has grown. However, there is still a long path ahead for our fabled hero, so make sure you tune in for the next one. Subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment of what you'd like to see next, and I'll see you guys hopefully in that next one.